questions or pushbacks? Yeah.
I know every idea is different, but how long do you think the process should take with starting your idea all the way to the end where you're actually moving with the idea?
Okay, so I've done things that are fast, and I've done space research in which we build a space instrument that goes to a planet that took me 15 years, right? In all cases, I try to make progress in a spiral. So I don't think of it like a hike. I'm starting here and I'm going through to the other side. So I basically said, what's the fastest way to go around? Like on the space instrument, the fastest way to go around was a month. It's build a prototype of this, put it in the lab. It did not work at all. Okay, so what did I miss? I go around again. I go around, and eventually the loop takes forever, right? Because now I launch, I have 10 million bucks in my account, and I'm moving and so forth. But think of making progress fast. So how fast should you go the first time round? As fast as you can. So your idea, get it done in 2-3 weeks. Get data, try it a few times. Go sit next to some guy on a plane like I do, or wherever you find people that are not emotionally attached to you yet, right? So they need to understand, get good feedback so you actually know whether the idea is valid, but go fast. Because the first time you talk about the idea, it's probably not very good yet. So by trying it again, changing the idea, going again, going through that loop again the next month, you add value to the idea. So think of it as a staircase. That's the way the entrepreneurship game works. It's not, all of a sudden it's like, I'm really high up on that tower. How did I get there? It's by going around and round and round. It didn't really feel like going up a ladder. That's not the way entrepreneurship works. So think of it that way. Yeah?
You mentioned how in the, creative process that you should kind of focus on, more feasible market group or accomplishment that you're trying to achieve first.
Yeah.
Would you say that that's also the best way to pitch the idea? Or should you pitch the idea as a broad concept? Like if Facebook had been better off saying, we're pitching this for only Harvard kids, or are we doing this for the whole world?
So the way I tend to do it is bring both messages in. We think there's tremendous value. It's a big problem. There's tremendous value here. But to figure out whether I'm right, whether this idea is value, we're going to focus on X first. And try out the idea and go through the whole loop, through the whole deployment first. That's what I'm doing first. So I tend to do both, as opposed to doing one. You can't boil the ocean, right? You never do anything. It's the world peace problem, right? If a really cool idea, how do you know whether if you can stop fights in the neighborhood, you already made progress. It's kind of learn and basically show validity to your idea, actual validity, with dispassionate people. So your friends alone are not a good enough metric, is my point. And I say dispassionate. If you can get your friends to sign into your web page or to use your new product that you're developing, that's one step. The question is, do your friends make their friends do that? And in fact, the ones that heard from them, will they, now they're disconnected from you, will they advertise? Will their friends go for it? So I focus very much, not so much on the people I tell to do something, but the question is, what do they do afterwards? That's where you know you have a good idea. That's where you have scale. And I figured that out with a small market, not with a big one, because otherwise I'm fishing in the blind. Do you know now? All right, so there's an assignment, number 3. There's really nothing to add.